what does a developer like I said in Nova Scotia or in Alberta or in British Columbia? What do they expect from you? What should they expect from you? Day one, like on a weekly basis, like what is your process for keeping that culture and ensuring that people understand that they're part of the company?
Definitely an interesting question there, and I get that a lot actually during my interviews. So it's a mixed bag, depending on where we are with some projects. Sometimes we need guys in like the day they start, and they're going to do a client call right away.
That's the best.
Make sure, because we want to get their input on the project too. We don't want to we don't want to give them tasks without their input. It's very important that, once again, teamwork kind of comes all together with this. But other times too, it might be a bit more quiet, and we hire a dev and the client's not ready yet for them. So they might have a day or two where it's a little bit slower. They're setting up their environment.
So just to clarify, we do hire when we actually don't have an immediate project for somebody. We're just staffing up. We like to have one or two people that are available. So there's no stress when you come into the company. Sometimes you start right away, like you said.
So
your first day is Monday, and on Tuesday you're already meeting a client. But there's also the other side of the fence where you start on Monday and you're just...
You might have a few days where it's pretty quiet, and just make sure you have your Slack available. So, because once the client's ready, then it ramps up really quick. So it's like a little honeymoon period, is like I like to call it.
All right.
But what you can expect when you start, we definitely onboard you. Like, I make sure to spend time with you, answer all your questions, make sure you understand all the policies and procedures, and just help you guide your way through the company. And after that, you'll meet our wonderful project manager, V.
Okay.
And
V is awesome, by the way.
Yeah, and her team. And
V and Ryan. Let's not forget Ryan.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
V is like the superstar, and Ryan is up and coming.
Yep, exactly. So when you meet with V, she's going to take care of all the client side stuff with you. So I take care of all the internal HR stuff.
Okay, so if a new resource is working remotely, whether in Montreal, Maritimes, West Coast, Toronto, whatever, they're starting on Monday. They spend the first day with you?
Pretty much. Myself and V. So we make sure that you have all the tools and resources you're going to need to succeed, and we're putting you on the right path. Nice. So that's the first day. It's usually not even a full day, and you still get paid a full day. So it's a nice little kind of introduction to the company.
On that one. That's good.
And then after that, we want to integrate you with our clients and our staff. So we'll put you in a pod where you have a pod lead. Every Friday, our pods do video calls together, so you kind of get to meet your team, people that can help you out, people that you can work closely with on projects.
Okay, so just to clarify, we'll talk about the pod stuff very briefly. So let's say we have 40 developers. They're split into pods of 4 or 5 or 6 people, and those pods are kind of a little group, a little clique that they do daily check-ins, they do weekly Zoom meetings, just to discuss, what I've been working on, any challenges that I come across. It's also a little bit of resource backup as well, so all of those other 5 or 6 developers know what you're working on, because don't forget, there's many diverse clients and many different clients that we service. So it's kind of I guess those little pods, the goal is to make it smaller, make smaller teams, so little sub-teams. So instead of having a team of 40 that meets every week and no one can get a word in, there are teams of 5 or 6 developers. So new developer starts on Monday, you get them set up, have some nice conversations, a nice relaxed half a day type of deal. And then on Tuesday, you introduce them to their pod members, their pod leader. So those are the things that happen, right?
Yeah, and then integrating them with the rest of the company is usually pretty fun too.
I love those ones.
Yeah, so
I love those meetings.
We don't have a fully set process. Sometimes it's a company-wide meeting, and you meet everybody. Other times I try to focus maybe just on our admin staff, like yourself, Raf, Kyler, and Karina, and just a chance to be a bit more casual and like talk with some of the new staff. Just make
That's
sure
fun.
we're friendly faces. So if
Yeah.
you come calling, or they're not gonna, they're not. Oh my God, why is the head of the company calling me? Am I getting fired?
Yeah, that happens. That's why we have to have more casual meetings, right?
Well, we like to be in touch. We like to get feedback from our staff as much as possible. So that's the next step
Nice.
too. Is so after all this integration, meeting with clients, company, you get all your onboarding. Once you're all set up, then I will check in with you. So I make sure I get feedback from you, how your experience is.
Oh, after how long?
1 week.
Okay, after a week you check in.
Yeah.
But do you check? What's your frequency of checking in with every employee, with every person? Like, is it a monthly?
So it's
Weekly?
as needed first off.
As needed,
So
okay.
if there's anything critical or any constructive criticism that I can give out, I let them know right away. Like I don't wait. But
yeah, you're a great communicator, by the way.
thank you.
I love it.
On top of that, I also have scheduled ones. So just in case, so people don't fall through the cracks, because sometimes you'll have staff that are just amazing, but they're very quiet and they're just quietly do their thing, and there could be something up and you don't know. So that's why the scheduled ones are important too, because it just makes it easier for them to approach myself. They have it's an open door policy as always, but at the same time, when something's scheduled, sometimes people feel a bit more comfortable bringing things up on a scheduled check-in.
Nice.
So with those check-ins, I try to do 1 week, sometimes week 2, depending. Like if week 1 the feedback was a little rocky, or like it wasn't perfect, it wasn't where I want to be, then I'll check in week 2. Then after that, usually things have usually by then the wheels are going really well.